In 2003, Alyssa found a unique way to revisit her roots when her former Who's the Boss director, Sam Weisman, cast her opposite David Spade in the feature film Dickie Roberts, former child star.
Because I was actually a child star, and I'm very grateful for that I wasn't playing myself in this movie.
The part she has in the movie is she's a bad person. So, but still within that, you still have to be able to, be in a situation where you can get the laughs. So I knew that she'd be able to do that.
But first, let's loosen things up a bit. Light some candles, drink some champagne. Okay.
Do it.
Oh, me?
It was just an opportunity to be crazy and over the top and bitchy, because my character is, she's not so pleasant.
Although Alyssa has spent her entire life in front of the camera, she has also nurtured a love of the art behind it. And while in South Africa shooting a movie, she began exploring the townships. Moved by what she saw, Alyssa volunteered at local hospitals on her days off and chronicled her journey with a series of award-winning photographs.
Of course, being the amazing woman that she is, she chose not to only look at the beauty of the country and of the city, but also get involved in the plight and the hardships of the people who live behind those plush and beautiful neighborhoods.
And it really affected me in such a way that I went through a really hard depression, because I had a hard time assimilating what I had learned about myself there with, the person that lives in Beverly Hills.
She's in her late 20s. She has a beautiful house in Beverly Hills, a great car, she's got a job, and she wasn't happy because she felt guilty, I think. How can I live like this when there's people in the world who are suffering?
And the camera became my best friend, because nobody knew what I was going through there.
Just to see the children in these pictures, the faces, they're just so open, and she really got in there and really tried to talk to each and every one of them.
She knew that there had to be a way to give back to them. And she did, and that's when the art show was created.
Towards the end of my trip, I became obsessed with my camera, and I just started shooting a lot of pictures. And I decided to auction them off to raise money for the Nkosis Foundation.
This charity foundation was established to accommodate small kids that are born with HIV or with AIDS.
Alyssa's photos were also exhibited at the United Nations, and in 2003, the UN honored her with their award, Lifting Up with a Oneness of Heart, for her humanitarian efforts on behalf of the people of South Africa.
It just showed me that I was on the right path, and everything that I was doing was the right thing to be doing.
In 2003, Alyssa also traveled to Baghdad in order to lend support to the troops overseas. As usual, her camera was her constant companion.
I just thought it was a really important thing to do, and that just to see their faces and see how the group of us just lifted their spirits. They were so happy to see anything from home. Just to actually see that and be a part of that and witness that, and to be able to have an educated respect for what they go through, is a gift.
Get in, don't be shy.
I think she's been put on this earth to help people and to be special in people's lives, and I think that's what she's doing right now.
That's what really makes her happy. It's not a cosmopolitan cover. It's, that she can take a little bit of pain out of somebody's life in a day.
At only 30 years of age, Alyssa Milano is already a veteran of show business. And while her career accomplishments are far greater than most of her peers, it is Alyssa's ability to touch those around her that is perhaps her greatest gift.
She has this great way of communicating with people and making them feel like they're the celebrity, which is, it's a beautiful thing.
We keep growing closer and closer all the time as we've gotten older. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's one of the greatest things I have.
She's grown as a human being and as a woman, and I think that if I died tomorrow, knowing that I leave the world with Alyssa, it's a great accomplishment.
I go with the flow. I'm very aware of who I am and what makes me happy. Where that'll take me, I have no idea. But that's the beauty of it all. At one point there'll be a happily ever after, I guess. But I know that won't consist of all the films that I did and the television shows I was in. Just bigger things. things than anything like that.
It turns out that the only witchcraft in Alyssa's life has been hard work and determination. Now, that's the kind of magic we can all believe in. For Lifetime's Intimate Portrait, I'm Meredith Vieira.